Hello everyone, it's me Jessie with Pampered Chef, bringing you all things fun and foodie from right here in my kitchen. I wanted to come on tonight and make one of our favorite fall salads. It is something that I bring to Thanksgiving dinner when we eat with my mom and dad every single year. And this year it'll just be the two of us, so I'm still gonna make it. And it's great not just for Thanksgiving dinner, but literally any meal this time of year. So it is my Brussels sprout salad with Granny Smith apples, cheddar cheese, and a homemade honey mustard dressing with some candied walnuts. So let's get started. I have in my non-stick 10-inch stainless steel skillet, 2 tablespoons of butter, throwing in a cup of walnuts and a 1/4 cup of sugar. I'm gonna just spread it around a little bit. I'm not toasting the walnuts first or anything. I'm literally just putting it in just like this. And then I'm gonna pop it onto medium heat on the stove and just kind of give it a zhuzh every few minutes for about 5 minutes until they get all nice and caramelized. Now, let's get started on Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are delicious. I know many people don't think they like them, but there's nothing better than fresh Brussels sprouts. And they come just like this, or you can get them on the big stalk. And all you have to do is just like a little cabbage, peel off the outside edge and then cut off the little stem. Now these are great roasted with onions and balsamic vinegar or bacon. They're great steamed or with Parmesan cheese, but I really like them fresh. And so I'm gonna shave them up like a slaw. Now it is just the two of us tonight, so I'm only going to make enough just for the two of us for dinner. But I'm still going to get out my rapid prep mandolin because this makes the job of slicing so easy. And this has a ton of settings on the back. It slices it, dices it, juliennes. It has a French fry cutting setting. I don't want anything too huge. So I'm gonna try it on a 3 and just a slice, and we'll see how that comes out because I've never used the rapid prep mandolin for Brussels sprouts before. It has a nice little tray. So all of your goodies go right in the tray as you're cooking it. I'll put it like this. Has the hopper, which keeps your hand away from the blade. So you're gonna put all your vegetables or fruit or whatever it is you're cutting in here, and then you can hit the handle and your hand will never ever go near the blade. And it makes cutting so easy and fast. So I'm just going to throw my already cleaned Brussels sprouts in there, and let's see if I have a good enough setting. Oh yeah, see, perfect. No need to spend extra money on the already shaved ones. There, it's gonna be done in seconds. I like to use this for hash browns in the morning, not during the week, but like weekend mornings to make hash browns. So that was about a cup of Brussels sprouts, or not a cup of Brussels sprouts, well, maybe a cup and a half of shaved Brussels sprouts, 2 cups. Obviously, if you're cooking for more people, you would cook more, you would make more Brussels sprouts, but again, it's only just the two of us. So this cleans up really easily. I use it for sliced onions and shreddis, and you can just rinse it right off. It does go in the dishwasher, but there's really no need. The easiest way to get it clean is to open it all the way up to the 8 setting, and then on the slice, not the French fry, and all the water just rinses everything right out, and then just let it air dry. And I barely put it away because it's so handy. Now the tray, I could make my slaw right in here. When I'm doing fries, I cut them up and let them soak right in here so that they get nice and crispy. So the tray comes in really handy. But tonight I'm just gonna put those in to hold. I'm gonna check on my nuts real quick. The butter's already starting to melt. I'll probably turn this up just a little bit. There's no need to toast. There's no need to toast the nuts first because they're going to toast in the pan with the sugar while it caramelizes. All right, let's do the next part of our salad, which is the dressing. This is a homemade honey mustard dressing. It's really easy to make. It's excellent as a marinade for chicken. It's great on salmon. It is one of my favorite things to eat, like on an arugula salad. Oh, also, if you don't want to do Brussels sprouts or can't get them, you can swap out arugula. It's really easy and just uses pantry ingredients minus the mustard. So normally I would make it in my salad dressing maker, but I only have a tiny bit of mustard left. So I'm just gonna make it in the jar. And then we'll store it in my salad dressing holder. And I have a brand new jar of vinegar that I never opened up. So this dressing is simple. I like things with a little bit of tang. I'm gonna eyeball it. This is about a 1/4 cup of Dijon mustard, 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. If I can get my honey open, 1/4 cup of honey. And if your honey is a little bit thick, just set it in a bowl of hot water and it will soften right up. And a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Let me go stir those. You can hear the bubbling. This goes pretty fast. And the nuts you can also do with pecans. You can do it with peanuts. You can do it with almonds. If you wanted to, you could add cinnamon. So it would be cinnamon and sugar, or you can do like cayenne pepper and a little salt and cinnamon, or salt and sugar. It's really good. All right, so we're gonna shake this up. And this will store for several weeks in the refrigerator. So if you wanna make it in advance, especially since Thanksgiving is 2 weeks away, can you guys believe it? 2 weeks. I honestly can't believe that. So, there we go. Dressing is done. Now, like I said, normally I would make it in here, but I just was trying to clean out my jar because I don't want to waste it. So this makes about a cup of delicious Dijon dressing, and it will store nicely in here. All right, the next step is some dried cranberries. Now, I don't know if you can see, these are a little bit shrivelly. So this trick works with any dried cranberry, dried raisins. I'm gonna add a little water, pop it in the microwave for maybe 20 seconds. I'm just gonna let them sit while I finish everything else up. Oh, I need a towel. I made a mess with my water. All right. We had a charcuterie board for lunch, so I have some leftover cheddar cheese that's already sliced, which will make making this tonight even faster. But if you don't have a charcuterie board laying around, of course you'd have to chop all of your cheese. So I'm just going to make little bite-sized pieces. And if you are making this for the holidays, you can totally make this in advance. And then don't put the dressing on until you arrive at your destination. And then everything will be fresh and delicious. All right. We also had apple with our charcuterie board. So I'm just going to slice that up as well. Now, if you don't like Granny Smith apple, or you just want another shade of red just because it's pretty, Honeycrisp, Gala. I got some beautiful pink ladies a couple of weeks ago. They were really gorgeous. Rose apples. You just want something not mealy, you know? You want something that has a little bit of a bite to it. Nuts are almost done. You don't have to caramelize the nuts, but it just adds a little something special. It is the holidays after all. And they are super delicious just to eat. All right, so now we have our sliced Brussels sprouts, shaved. You can call them shaved, be fancy. Shaved Brussels sprouts, our homemade dressing, our sharp cheddar cheese, our apples, and our, I'd say they're pretty close to done. caramelized nuts. So I'm just gonna spread these out on a tray. I have just a sheet pan, and instead of parchment paper, because I don't have any, I'm using my baking mat because it's made of silicone and it won't, nothing will stick. So cleanup will be very easy. All right. We will just dump them onto this tray and spread them out. The sugar is hot. Do not let it get on your skin. It will burn you. But our silicone scrapers can handle it. They can go up to 500 degrees. And look at that pan. Nothing sticks. Sugar is pretty easy to clean up. It will just dissolve if you soak it in some water, but these pans do make it easier. All right, assembly time. Since it's just the two of us, I have a small white bowl, but again, obviously, if you're making this for a lot of people, you would want to put it in something larger. Honestly, I feel like I cut up too many Brussels sprouts. And we need to drain our now not dried out crumbly cranberries. It's amazing how to soak it. Soaking them for a couple minutes does much better. All right, our yummy crunchy apple and our cheese. If you don't have sharp cheddar, you could swap Parmesan or anything that has a little bit of sharpness to it. Dressing. If you're just coming on, this was a 1/4 cup of olive oil, a 1/4 cup of Dijon mustard, a 1/4 cup of cider vinegar, and a 1/4 cup of honey. And then cracked black pepper. Go heavy on the pepper. Then we're just gonna toss it up, and then we'll put our beautiful glazed nuts on the top. I guess I probably should have got a little bit bigger bowl. The Brussels sprouts are pretty hearty, so if you did have any left over, this salad does stand up pretty well. It's being left in the fridge, but I would not make it with the dressing ahead of time. I would make everything else, all the components to it, and then put the dressing on when you arrive. This is also great with leftover turkey. So it's one of those things you can make the day after too. That's not like light after a big heavy meal, but it's still delicious and it uses up all of your leftovers. Okay, do you hear that crunch? Look at caramelized. They're perfect. They have like a little sheen to them from the sugar, and they've just cooled off for, what was that, a minute? And now they're perfect to handle. So I'm just gonna toss these beautiful candied nuts on top. And again, you could do this with pecans, you could do it with almonds. If you didn't just wanna do sugar, you could do with some cinnamon and sugar. You could do cayenne pepper and salt. I like that one. And there we go. Our Brussels sprout slaw with honey mustard dressing, a little bit of Granny Smith apples, sharp cheddar cheese, and our caramelized walnuts. Perfect for any holiday meal or leftover. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that helps you add another dish to your holiday menu. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.